Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and I was always told I had a voice for radio, but now we are going to be talking about some Pokkén, and that Pika sound should be exactly what you want to hear. I got Pokkén today. It's not officially released till tomorrow, but Nintendo.co.uk, they shipped it out a day early. Am I upset? No, ladies and gentlemen. I am in no way upset. This is a wonderful thing. So here's the deal. This video is going to be me talking about my first impression of Pokkén. We're going to go through a little bit of the tutorial. You are going to see my very first fight. And then over the next few days, the next few weeks, there are going to be more and more videos coming, and it's going to be utterly wonderful. So I've been excited about this game for a long time, as you know. So we start off, and I don't really care, Nia, in the nicest possible way, and I know I'm kind of talking over you here. Yeah, this is a general intro stuff. So what they're basically introducing here is the idea that you fight with your Pokemon. Yes, we will. Now, what is really cool about the Wii U, one thing that I very much enjoy, you've still got the gamepad, so even though I'm using the Pokkén controller, more on that in a minute, we've actually got the gamepad to put in all of your details. I like that about the Wii. Makes things a little bit easier. Now, I'm going to go for a male avatar. Why would I not? Skin color, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I just want to play the game. Now, I am considering, do I want to go for the overly cheery face? No. I can be a surly man. Let's go for the mildly cheery face. And then there's, now it's not that customizable, I'm going to be honest, the options are fairly limited. I mean, you can see the options here. Now, Purple Rage. How do I not choose Purple Rage? I refuse anyone to go here and not choose Purple Rage. I would be surprised if anybody did. Now, in terms of choosing the Pokemon, look at the options, it's awesome, but let's face it, it's Garchomp. It's got to be Garchomp. I love me some Garchomp. Now, don't worry, not all of my videos are going to be Garchomp-centric. There's going to be a whole bunch of non-Garchomp videos, but we need a little bit of Garchomp here and there. So, long story short, it's a fighting game, so there's options. Single battle. Yeah, so you change your settings, or you can have a single battle, or that's the one player. Now, a few of you have asked me about the one player. And long story short, there's online battle, and then there's two-player, and then there's training. It's a fighting game. Nia is annoying, I'm going to be honest. I kind of wanted to shut up. It's a fighting game, so you can play on your own as a single fight, or you can play online, or you can play with somebody else. It's as simple as that. She just won't shut up. So, we're going to go through a little bit of the tutorial. Now, I've done a whole bit of editing here. Hopefully it's going to work quite nicely. Hopefully it's not going to be too awkward with the editing. I very much hope not anyway. So, we're back with Garchomp. Why would we not be? I mean, we're going to start with movement. Why would we not start with movement? Now, here's the weird thing about the game. When you're running around, you're using a D-pad to move in 3 dimensions, at least in this phase. Which is a little bit weird. I don't want to jump, I want to punch Lucario in the face. That's what I want here. Now, it is a little bit weird doing the whole, running around in a 3D space using a D-pad. But I assure you, it does work out. You'll get used to it over time. It's a little bit weird. So everybody's got a ranged attack. You push the top button. No, you don't. You push the left-hand button, which is apparently Y, and you throw ranged attacks. But in this part of the game, you're running around in a 3D space. So you're trying to throw attacks at your opponent, and then you run and hit them in the face. Because, as previously mentioned, I want to hit Lucario in the face. That's what I want to do. But apparently I've got to throw some more ranged attacks at him to get the tutorial rolling. Nice and simple. Now, the ranged attacks don't work in the duel phase. We'll get to that in a little bit. So what is quite cool, you can do this, and it basically, it goes after your opponent. It chases them down. It allows you to cover the distance. Now, some Pokemon are going to want to stay back and throw a whole bunch of projectiles at you, so being able to close that distance sounds like it could be quite fun. Now, here's about the phases. Now, we're going to basically ignore Nia because she's a little bit annoying. Field phase is running around in 3D. You run around in 3D and you can launch projectiles. Dual phase is your classic fighting game. It's on a 2D plane, you can move left and right. But things like your projectiles don't work in dual phase. So you can't be throwing projectiles when you're in dual phase. So, what you can do here is essentially change the perspective. Hit certain attacks, you change from dual into field or the reverse. Now, again, I've not played this game very much. We'll get more into it as we go along, as we take this wonderful Pokemon journey together. But clearly, some people are going to want to fight more in the dual phase, some, depending on the Pokemon they're using in their style, and some are going to want to use the field phase. So it's nice that they allow you to be able to switch between the two. It shows a level of tactics. Yeah, I don't want to do a dual dash step. I want to dig, and I want to punch Lucario in the face. On the upside, look at the there's a little Scolipede in the background there, or a Venipede, or a Whirlipede. I think it's a Whirlipede. You can see him on the treadmill in the background there. It's kind of cool. As we switch around, there's actually Horlucha on the back wall. And you can see there's more Pokemon there in the back. I like that. I love the level of detail in the background here. Pokemon are milling around, just kind of doing their thing. It's a Vigoroth, I want to say. And that's kind of cool. I like how you can run around and, you know, just watch these Pokemon. It is a Vigoroth, I win. So yeah, shifting phases. It's kind of interesting. So I like the phasing. The phasing is good for me. The thing about phasing is that you can switch between phases and it adds a level of tactics, and that is good. I don't want a rubbishy Pokemon fighting game where we all just mash buttons. What I want from this game is I want tactics. I want to spend weeks and months learning tactics. I want to be figuring stuff out in months' time and then chucking them in with these videos. Blocking, you hold R and you block. Very much like Smash Brothers, and I like it. Now, in my preview video, I asked about synergy, and I didn't know what synergy was. Why would I know what synergy was? Well, it turns out synergy fills up, like in a lot of fighting games, as you go along. Then you push L and R and boom, Mega Garchomp. How cool is that? And once you Mega Evolve, or yeah, because not all of them are going to Mega Evolve, you can then do your burst attack, which is basically Mega Garchomp goes nuts and just smashes in the face. And you get an awesome animation. So I like this. Now we're not even getting into, we've switched into the second tutorial now. We're not even going to get into the third tutorial in this video where it really gets into stuff. But now we got forward ranged attacks. So rather than just doing a range, you push up and Y, and then you get to throw them forward. Oh no, sorry, you're not throwing things. You're basically you're kind of charging forward and turning it into new fate. No, I'm lying to you. It is a bit of a ranged attack. It's a bit of a projectile. But then it puts you into the next phase. So you've got jumping attacks. You jump over somebody's attack and then boom, you smash them in the face. And that's pretty gosh darn cool. It didn't take me several goes to get that right. That was not just creative editing. Now I said it's not just a button mashing. Here's the button mashing part of it. Poké combos. You mash Y, you do a combo. It's fine. But there's a whole bunch about this. And she's saying there, you know, look, if it's early on and you're just getting used to it, use these Poké combos. It's not the way I want to go about it. I mean, I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of them. You'll see that in the fight we do in a minute. But I want to learn. One of the things about fighting games that makes it good is the ability to learn. So you've got counter attacks here. Now I'm countering them, but the thing is I'm not hitting. So I move forward and then boom, counter attack in the face. So you've got the bottom two buttons which can do a grab, or the top two buttons which can go about and do a counter attack. Here we've got a grab. Oh, you're blocking? Well, I'm going to grab you and punch you in the face. Ha 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 ha.
Grab attacks are always super effective against counterattacks.
So if your opponent is counter-attacking, you can go ahead and grab. And I like this. Like I keep saying, when you're in these fighting games, you want systems to learn.
They're not very effective against normal attacks.
So you've got to try and figure out how your opponent's playing. If they're countering a lot, you want to grab. If they're doing normal attacks, you don't want to grab, you want to be countering. And that's good. When you build in all of these different things, you can see, and this is supposed to be an intro video to Pokkén, you can see here there's going to be an awful lot to get your teeth into. So we can see on the screen there, we've got our attack triangle. Yeah, she doesn't know what she's talking about, but it's alright, bless her, she's trying. Now this is the bit that really excites me, support Pokemon. This is one of the things I've been wondering about since this was very first announced. And essentially, you push L, in comes a support Pokemon, as long as your gauge is full, of course. So, we've got Frogadier, in he comes, he does a bit of damage. That's kind of cool. Now, planning time, I really like this because I wondered about the pairs of support Pokemon. And essentially, before the fight, and you'll see this in a minute, you choose which of your two support Pokemon you want. So you pick a pair of support Pokemon, and then you choose which one you want before the fight. And then as we're going to hear here, there's 3 different types of support Pokemon. Either you do attack, or they disrupt your opponent, or they enhance. They give you some kind of bonus.
Support Pokemon, sometimes they can even enhance type support Pokemon will power up. Pick a support Pokemon.
So again, there's lots to get your teeth into. Now statuses, this bit went on for a little while. So let me just say, ladies and gentlemen, that when it comes to statuses, they can be good or bad, and they affect 3 things. We're going to see a graphic coming up on the screen in a second. So yeah, attack, defense and speed, up or down, simple. So what we're going to see here is a couple examples of special attacks, things that are specific to a particular Pokemon. And they've named it after Pokemon attacks. You'll see Dragon Claw in the game. You'll see Dragon Claw in the trading card game. I like that. And then I think we're going to see Dig in a second as well. I like Dig. And of course, Dig puts you under the ground. That gives you some invulnerability for a little while. And that's pretty cool. That wasn't Dig, that's just me messing about. I find it really difficult when in a tutorial to take things seriously and do what they're asking. I get distracted. All I want to do is get into a fight. But similarly, I am fully aware that if you just jump into a fighting game without doing the tutorial, you don't really know what's going on. So hopefully here, you're getting a bit of an, and the tutorial's almost over, hopefully you're getting an idea here of exactly how the game is. And between your grabs, your counter, your normal attacks, and your special and your support Pokemon, you've got a lot of options. Now, we're going to have a fight now. And it's not going to be everything. You are going to see a little bit. Now what I like, you've actually got options of doing a special battle where random boxes rock in and affect it as you go. Think of it kind of like box battles on, or item battles on Smash Brothers. In serious competitive tournaments, you can imagine they'll be turned off. Now what I want to say about the options here, there's 3 difficulty settings, easy, normal and hard. If you've played a lot of fighting games, you'll know that 3 difficulty settings is incredibly low. And I know it is a fighting game which is, you know, going to be aimed at children a little bit as well. But let's not forget, this is going into proper fighting tournaments. It's going to be Garchomp. Why would it be anyone else? So, I don't know. I think it's pandering a little bit to only have 3 difficulty settings. Now, you'll notice most of the support Pokemon are locked. As soon as I finish this video, I'm going to go and find out how to unlock them. And I'm going to unlock them like they've never been unlocked before. And it's gonna be wonderful. For now, we're going to go for Emolga and Fennekin. I'm going for Emolga and Fennekin. I've given my opponent Frogadier and Eevee. So, just the stages here. You can see in the background here, they've got Pokemon running around. You can see Sableye there on the minecarts. And there's a throw there in the training bit. I really want... And again, you've got a whole bunch of locked stadiums. And again, we'll do a video about the stadiums as we go on. One of those stadiums better have a Mamoswine in the background. Now, my plan after this video is to go ahead and just start unlocking stuff as fast as I can, learning to play Garchomp, and then, of course, there'll be videos with other characters as well. So you can see here, I've picked the pair of Emolga and Fennekin, and I get to choose which one I have in the particular fight. Now, I have put it on easy here, because, you know, it's my first fight. We need to take it a bit easy. So, yeah, I'm essentially little more than button mashing here. Now, I've clearly worked out that attack where I run forward, and I'm clearly going for Poké combos. And there's some phase shifts going on. I can move and get rid of his projectiles, I get in close, I smash him, we move into duel phase. Now, he's got a full support gauge and I don't, so it means that Emolga takes a little bit longer to charge up than Eevee does. So, maybe Emolga's not the best support Pokemon to go for. And I win round 1. And you can see I'm kind of hyper aggressive. This is how I play the trading card game. Who wants to block? Now, one of the things which I should have mentioned earlier when going through the tutorial, it really sounds like Garchomp is shouting, kill me, over and over again. Now, I know he's not, but oh my goodness does it sound like he is. So again, I'm getting in close. Garchomp, I don't know, maybe his ranged attacks are good, but I've got a Fennekin. So in he comes, knocks him back, knocks him to the floor, and then I get to go and get some hits in. Now, clearly, I've kind of used Fennekin for now, and it's going to take a while to go. But, you know. Oh, my synergy gauge is full. So now I can go into Mega Garchomp, and now I can smash. If you've played fighting games like, for instance, the DC fighting game, you'll see Injustice, there we go. It has a similar kind of thing there. You build up your gauge, then you do a really powerful attack. Now he's trying that, and I'm trying to get away from it. I'm even blocking occasionally. But of course I dig, and I've almost won, and now I just need to get one hit in his face, Poké combo for the win. Now it's going to give me some stats in a second, and you're going to see, of course, that these stats are, and again, it sounds like he's shouting kill. And I'm sure he's not, but that's what it sounds like. Yeah, apparently my offense is good, my defense is not so good. That should not surprise you. So, I'm going to be back with more Pokkén videos very soon. There'll be more today, there'll be tomorrow. Pokkén is going to become a big part of this channel. If you like the TCG, keep going. Now, I've got a skill point there from leveling up. Guess what I'm going to put it in? I'm going to put it in attack. If that's what I'm good at, play to your strengths, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more videos soon. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.